Good morning, everyone. It is 6 a.m. on a Thursday. So, welcome. As I think I mentioned on Tuesday, we did travel, to Texas over the weekend to see some friends. A dear friend of mine got married over the weekend, so I was very excited to go. Unfortunately, right now, Texas is having some kind of major dust thing, like from the Sahara, Savannah. I don't know. I haven't been following the news. Anyway, there is tons and tons of dust in the air. And let me tell you, I could feel it as well as see it pretty much as soon as we crossed the border. And the further we got into Texas, the worse it got. And my sinuses just rebelled. So they closed up. My eyeballs started itching. And later in the weekend, everything that was in my head decided to go into my lungs. So here is what I did to make life more bearable and comfortable while we were there. So first thing I did was I grabbed my rosemary. Sorry, cat feeder. Grab the rosemary, and I use this every day anyway. I put a drop on my feet at night before bed to help keep everything clear in my head, because in the past I was prone to sinus junk. So what I did was, instead of just using one drop at night, I made sure and do it morning and night. So pretty much right before I went to bed, and then first thing when I got up in the morning, I put extra rosemary on my feet, which was very helpful. I also have a roller with some rosemary and a couple other things that I keep on hand for when I just needed a little extra boost. Now, I could also tell that the dust was just aggravating my allergies. I don't know if maybe there was some cedar mixed in or something else. But what I did was I grabbed my trio here: lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So I grabbed these three, and I am real big on capsules. So I took an empty capsule, and all of these come in Vitality. So I grabbed these and put like 4 or 5 drops each in an empty capsule. And I would just take that at least once a day, more if needed. And that helped tremendously. And then later in the weekend, when things started getting down into my lungs and I started coughing, I just started diffusing Raven. I think we stayed diffusing Raven. Anyway, Raven got diffused, and then I would also just rub some directly on my chest. And let me tell you guys, that helped so much. I was able to breathe all weekend. There were a couple of times when my sinuses were trying to close up, and I would just grab that roller and put it on, and that helped tremendously. When I didn't have my roller, my husband actually, I had it, but it was in the trunk and we were driving. So I grabbed my husband's Deep Relief, and just because it was what we had in the car, and I didn't want to pull over. So I just grabbed that and put it on, and I'm like, oh, wow. If you put Deep Relief on your face, it tingles quite a bit. It's pretty strong, but it did help open up those sinuses. So you never know. Multiple oils can be used for multiple things. Just word of warning, if you do use Deep Relief on your face, it's going to tingle. Just so you know. But these are what I used to make my life much more pleasant over the weekend, while I felt like I was being attacked by the very air I was breathing while we were visiting in Texas. And y'all, I could tell pretty much as soon as we got back into Arkansas that there was no more dust, or very little. And especially once the rains came, I mean, it was just, and I could breathe again, and it was fabulous. So it was very temporary. For those of you who are currently in Texas dealing with the dust all the time, I'm so sorry, friends, but this is what helped me tremendously while I was there. So I just wanted to share that real quick with you this morning. I know it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I will see you guys next week, probably with another fun story. Because, I did want to mention. So remember on Tuesday, I told you my bloom came in. Well, I started using it, and it smells fabulous. It smells fabulous. And I am documenting with pictures. So once it's been, 5 days a week or whatever, I'll take another set and we'll do a comparison. All right. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.